Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You don't miss a boy Bujo Skeng here with Full Sports TV. Here with me tonight we got Black Star, Liverpool faithful and sports whiz. Greg, I don't know what kind of shirt that, but anyways, what's going on?
Champions League final 2006, where they robbed us and gave it to Barca.
Somebody phone that interfere.
Not
Not
mine.
mine.
Your phone is too close to your computer. I need to move it away from the computer. Somebody. Yeah, that's better.
See, it was mine.
Yeah, hit a feed forward.
Whatever you want, Kyle.
It's a feedback. Be professional. Anyways, quick and fast, because Black say I get up in the age and forget in bed.
Yeah.
Forgetting 8 hours of sleep.
Greg, go on time, no share the live.
Also,
This dude. Who's in the comment section already? Alright, so what are we doing? Recap of this weekend's games?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, quick and fast. So
Are you sharing it? Tell me when you share. Talk when you share it, so we know. So we start. Well, you need to do the introduction and everything.
him do it already, Butcher do it
Yeah, we
already.
do the introduction already.
So and didn't share it.
We just have to share the live real quick.
Yeah, Butcher, you have to see.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
I think you can't reach your laptop, so you know. Yeah, somebody tell me something get tired of this evening. So I. The first game of the weekend was what? Tottenham Wolves.
Tottenham Wolves.
Kind of boring.
Not a bad. No, well. Put it this way. I was sad to see Wolves lose. I don't think they deserve to lose. I don't think Tottenham did enough to beat them.
That's how Tottenham game.
You was the one who said that, and I mentioned that on the blog that Tottenham not playing good and picking up results.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, you expect them to get better further on the season. They have quality players. They have a good coach, and there are some new pieces there. It's gonna take a while for them to gel. But I do expect Tottenham to get it together. But you're right. They have not played well and they have picked up some points. But that's what you have to do when you want to be in and around the conversation at the end of the season. You have to get the points at this time when you're not particularly playing well.
Yeah, I'm gutted for Wolves because they play most of the ball. I was actually scouting Neto and see what he would have add to my team. So I'm gonna watch him kill me.
Oh, you were scouting him. So when you start work for Arsenal? Okay. I know you work for Arsenal. You guys are amazing, though, I tell you.
AFTV Blacks. You work for AFTV.
Oh, FTV. Oh, him look like a type between us. So.
Nah, bro.
AFTV. Yeah, but the player for Wolves that I watched was Mateus Nunes. Because Moggy bring him to my attention about 3 weeks ago. And Moggy I said that's a player he would have loved. Would have loved Clap go out again. That's so even before we know say Wolves are interested in that, you know. Moggy I say, yo, it's a kind of player when I love to see in Liverpool. And he hopes a Clap go out and sign him. And like a week later, I see Wolves on the verge of signing. And I said, whoa. But him played decent first game in the league. But, you know, what you to expect from him. As for Neto, honestly, I'm not impressed. I mean, me hear enough Arsenal fans that say, yeah, them like the idea of the signing. He's a good dribbler and can beat him opponents. But for the same reason, me hear some Arsenal fans say they wouldn't want Callum Hudson because he's finishing his poor. So it's Neto. Neto's finishing his poor. Yes, he's young, he can work, but there are other young players whose finishing can be worked. You know, the young player that I am interested in, which do not go too much into transfer,
Diaby?
is Cody Gakpo. I continue saying this. The kid from
I don't know him.
Yo, why am I gonna shoot this? They shot them like a scatter smudge. Are we going through the Premier League thing? Or are we going on Arsenal?
Okay,
Wants and needs.
We want one conversation lead to the next.
I say Neto watch it to see Neto, some more of Neto. But I mean, come on, you have seen enough of Neto over the past 2 seasons. You know, if there
But
was a
remember, he did pick up like a injury, kind of.
I when him not injured, if there was a Wolves player, attacking player that I would be interested in, it would be Podence. Because he has finished. Like I
Well,
said, they can beat three players, but
but point out this.
poor.
From last season,
In the last 4 years, Wolves have one player who had finishing, and that was Diego Jota. Everybody else is terrible and inconsistent when it comes to finishing.
Also, before the
Jimenez, because Jimenez can finish, but from that injury, I think I don't know if he's back as well.
but yes, in the last 4 years.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Jimenez, me
hey,
kind of rule him out because of injury, but me attack all these other players who are around him. Because that's what they have. The problem what they have had over the last couple of years is that it's Jimenez or nothing. Jimenez our boss, you know.
to
And then
go 2 minutes and Jota bring them. It
and
worked.
then Liverpool got team some other goal scorer.
Yeah, but thing then, me watch from last season. The fullback, Nori, very good player. When
Yeah.
Mr. Chelsea splash out 60 odd million and buy
Cucurella.
Cucurella, me I say me not sure, but so far him a give money's worth a baller.
You know, you make a good point there because it's surprising you don't see any other big teams show interest in Ed Norian.
Bro, Nori a baller. Solid.
But anyways, as I said, to me the game did boring. Probably because many disappointed now Spurs will lose. You know, but
Yeah.
they find a way. Harry Kane was a well taken goal by Kane. You know. We hear somebody talk about the cross, but I think you Black said you said or Ricky said that the goal I mean him taking the chance was even better than the cross itself. Way better than the cross itself.
Yeah.
The well taken goal by Harry Kane, but apart from that, I'm surprisingly not impressed with Spurs. I thought they would have been doing more so far, you know, even though they have gotten the points needed.
But at this stage of the season, I think that's most important. Getting the points is more
Getting the
important than
points.
doing good. You can build for the rest of the season. All right, next game.
What's it? Palace versus Villa.
Yeah,
I kind of call this one.
You call it?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, you never watched my video? Yeah, I call this one, you know, because I mean I've not been impressed by Villa so far this season. I call out Coutinho, but actually I know him alone haven't really performed so far. And them new defender was it Diego Carlos? Who is out? Is it him
yeah.
or
Diego
Carlos?
Carlos
Carlos
is
is
out.
out.
Diego Carlos is out.
He's out. So
I remember say Gerard and Mings not too, you know.
no, but Mings get back in game. Even though he take away the captaincy from Mings,
Yeah, he did play.
never put him right. Actually, he played the second game.
He played the second game and played well too.
Yeah, he in bench Gerard bench Konsa and bring him the second game, and he played very well. You know,
And then Carlos get injured, so now Mings and Concept.
back to the original period.
Yeah.
There's rumors that they're interested in holding from Arsenal, but I don't know because they brought in some pieces. What's the Marseille?
Villa spent
Kamara.
Yeah, yeah, they spent some money. They brought in some pieces, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. They're linked. Who are they linked to this week again?
I think it was the guy from Watford, Islam Assar.
Yeah.
But
all right.
but they said they pull out of the deal, yeah.
Greg.
Okay.
So Villa brought in, I mean, Coutinho was already there. Kamara, Diego Carlos, Olsen, Roy Wilson, and Simpson. I don't know the Simpson guy.
Okay, so only Kamara and Diego Carlos are starters then. But you know, them team did pretty decent last year. I think say we him have more time to work with them now to a full off season or pre-season. You think they would have played better football, but I wasn't expecting anything else. As a matter of fact, I thought Palace would have kept a clean sheet.
Well, put it this way, I think Gerard is in trouble. He is right now. He's one of the candidates to be the first manager get sacked. They have a good team because there are other teams who are not playing well. Or we'll talk about later on down. But I don't think they have as good a team as what he has. He has the pieces there, and if they're not performing, it's gonna be down to him. So right now, I think he's on the hot seat. They need to play better because they only beat They beat Everton. Well, that's 3 more points. That more points than Liverpool have anyway. But they beat Everton. So but saying that he needs to get some results and fast because I don't think he's gonna make it to the World Cup at current rate.
Yeah, but even though they beat Everton, like you could feel sorry for a Lampard because his team is not all that.
Which is the reason why I don't want to jump to it and say it.
Gerrard have a pretty decent team. Like this team is expected to finish in the top half of the table.
Exactly. I said that. I remember saying that when they signed Carlos and Kamara. I thought that those were two pieces that would have been good for them. And the fact that they now shore up the Coutinho thing and Matty Cash was playing good at right back. Lucas Dinger, they get last year at left back. I thought they had the pieces, and then you have people like Ollie Watkins, Bailey was there. Hopefully that thing can stay fit this year. And then Danny Ings. You're saying, what do they need? What the hell do they need? The only thing right now you can say they need is a damn good coach. Nothing else.
And them have Buendia, remember them? Then
exactly. So the only thing I seem to be missing from the team is a good coach. Apart from that, they have everything.
And what did they lose the Brazilian or they still have him?
What's that? Who?
Luis.
Douglas Luis.
Yeah.
I think he's still there. I don't remember him. Well, no, he's still there. He actually played.
Okay, so they have a very solid midfielder because they have him, Magin, and Kamara in there. I'll probably just play 2 out of them with a number 10. But whichever way, if you want to go 3 central or you want to play a pivot.
But not just that. But then Ramsey. Ramsey was one of the breakout young player for last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, they have a team. I don't think we need to beat it anymore. They have a team. Yeah. It's just a matter if will the coach do his job, because right now that's all that they're missing. The coach doing the job. And so I don't if he doesn't get the results, he's not gonna survive. Because he's clearly on the hot seat right now, in my view.
Pretty impressed with Palace. Not surprised though. Because like I said,
I'm glad for the coach.
They played us well, and who beat them again?
Nobody.
No.
Them should have beat Liverpool.
Oh, I draw them. Okay. Oh, so we beat them and them draw with Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Zaha
did impress even with the game against us. Now, Saturday's game, it looked like him play Zaha as more as a false nine. And
no, he still played the IU boy.
Edward.
That boy good for nothing at all.
Who, Edward or Mateta?
Ayu.
IU.
Oh, Ayu? No. You have to realize he play Ayu on the wing if you give him the work. If you notice, when I play against teams as small as them, and play Zaha, Eze, and Olise. When they play against teams who might be more threat, you have to play Ayu. I see the reason. You used to complain about it, but now I see the reason why you play Ayu. Ayu is not just there as an offensive player. Ayu put in a lot of work on the field and give Eze and Zaha the freedom to don't have to trap back and help out their defense. You see me? That's what Ayu does. If you watch him, he do more of that more than anything else and more than any other offensive players. So I think that is why he play Ayu so much. But Zaha, yeah, him step up, do what I'm supposed to do. Probably that's what I need to do. Play him as a false nine instead of Mateta.
Well, the one thing about Palace right now, Zaha is in the last 12 months of his contract. He's playing like a player who is playing for a big move.
No, that's unfair. Zaha is playing.
No, he looks a lot more focused so far. I've seen him this year.
Last time against one against his Newcastle. Like when Sissoko and Newcastle, I want to get the Arsenal deal.
Yeah, man. That believe me, everybody know this is a contract here for him, so and you can see it. It looks that way. It's gonna be something to figure out what's gonna happen because he's not gonna sign a new contract with Palace. I don't see him signing a new contract with Palace.
You only did want to leave long time ago.
Yeah, he wanted to leave before. He can wait and see what's going on in the January window. The contract with Palace is always gonna be there, so he would be foolish to sign a contract with Palace anyway because it's always gonna be there. It's not like say Palace go say, oh, if you don't sign it by January, we're not gonna play you. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna be begging him to sign all the way to the last of next year. So I think he should actually hold out to, and I think he will. But
that's why a certain team need to move for him.
But he just got asked what you think.
How much players do you think Arsenal can use? Like or 100?
Hey, City have 30 something players in it. Don't worry about it.
Bro, you know how much players
You
leave
can register 25.
Arsenal? You know how much players leave the team?
You can register 25. That's it. And you already registered 25. What you gonna do?
No, you can't do that.
Actually, we haven't even registered. Squad's not registered. Think about La Liga this, so you have to register before the season starts. Squad is not registered.
But anyway, we're gonna move on from that game.
All right, Everton Forest disappointed coming.
Wasn't it Leicester?
Eh?
Wasn't it Leicester Southampton?
Well, all of them they are 10 o'clock game, whichever one. Leicester Southampton actually surprised because me never really expect any of these teams to do it. Two teams to do anything. Because Southampton seems like they brought in quite a few new pieces, right? Because they lost some players.
Again, a lot of young players, a lot of unknown names them brought in. Again, them probably have them thing where they might try to build up and sell and move on, which again is not bad. You wonder about the coach. A lot of people rate him, some people don't. It seemed to be a back and forth with him and him fans and everybody always. I think he's a good coach, but they also have that in them where they can go to a 9 or something at any point. So there seems to be a disconnect between the players at time. But again, if you have the turnover what a team have, you're gonna have that where if you constantly turn over the team like that. James Ward-Prowse is still doing James Ward-Prowse stuff, and Che Adams is scoring goals. So if those players continue to do what they are doing, I think they'll be fine. They won't set the world on fire, but they will be fine.
They won't get relegated either.
I don't think they're gonna get relegated. I think they still have they have a good enough coach and they have good enough players there. I think
them squad weak.
Huh?
You look at it now, them squad very weak,
But who they play in the second game? They played someone in the second game. I saw them.
Apart from a Bournemouth right now, I can't really see a team that they're stronger. If you look at the players.
That game, well, I saw the game with Leeds. I was trying to remember who they played in the second game when they fouled back from 2 down. Listen to me. Yeah, again, the issue is gonna be, can the coach get them to be consistent to play how he want them play? That second part of the game against Leeds, they were like you say, you can see their youth and everything, and that's why get them down 2-0 first. But
I'd say I want to get them back.
Yeah, they have something there, And again, I just don't expect them to be relegated. But again, we know they can get 9-0 again, and they probably get through for the season.
Yeah, they probably go get 9-0. They go get back up.
Yeah.
And then the next game, they probably come back up.
Come on, go in. Yeah, man, them always do that, man.
Yeah, and that's how they operate.
But on the other side of the touchline, Brendan Rodgers.
In trouble too.
Absolutely.
Not from his own doing though. That's the problem. They are the only team who actually hasn't paid any money for anybody, and people are still trying to tug at their team and trying to rip it apart. Brendan Rodgers right now, I think all he wants to see is the 2nd of September. That's the day that he wants to see. He just wants to get over this transfer window. He's not getting anybody. It look like. Uh, I think that they rejected a third bid today for Fafana.
Yeah.
Tillsman still there. There's that issue there, you know. So
Arsenal waiting until what they say next week, where the price something in the clause in the contract will make the price drop lower.
I don't think anything go make it drop. It's just a matter of
Man, you are Liverpool smart, they would have moved in field.
you know, people are pull at James Madison. People are pull at even Vardy was linked to Manu at one point. You know?
He resigned, right?
Vardy re-up. Didn't Vardy re-up?
Yeah, he just resigned.
They just resigned.
And they lose their goalkeeper, who
Yeah.
has
That was shocking.
this man for them for a
That
year.
pissed me off, God.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he does probably just want to see the window close so he can say this is what I have, because right now I don't think he know who's gonna be there, and I think that's harder than the coach. I think they've really hung him out to dry.
You know, we still have some solid players.
He has some solid player, but you know, teams need refresh. It's the same thing that happened to our team with every other team. The teams need to be refreshed, and right now they are not looking fresh at all. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing.
That they're interested in Pepe.
And loan, right?
That would be I think that would be a good move for Pepe, working with a manager like, you know, because I said it last season. With they're lacking in width. Apart from Harvey Barnes, they don't have anybody that can
True.
use like that, you know. So Pepe would probably be a good addition for them on the other side of the field.
Bernard will probably just cuss him out like Raheem Sterling anyway. So
Yeah, probably need some of that. You know, need a manager to go malice him like Arteta did.
yeah.
But we see one more thing about them. We see like teams are looking at Tielemans and Madison. I'm surprised nobody not looking at MD because he's one of the best CDMs in the league right now. You
He's
know?
always injured.
Real money.
Next thing,
Huh?
he's always injured.
Not necessarily.
He was injured last year and he was injured the year before.
Every baller right now in the Premier League. Which baller you see apart from Saka? I can't tell you if a baller right now when Messi will play the full season.
Salah.
Salah and Saka.
But yeah, what Everton Forest still one at the last minute. I
Yeah.
thought that game was over. The
I was-
American fine one.
I didn't watch that game.
Yes, Abuja?
I didn't watch that game.
When I
Yeah,
watch
well, I wasn't watching it. I was just following it, but I was sure that Forest was gonna get their win, and then Demar Gray pop up and good goal too, good finish. Pickford get the assist, long kick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and Demar Gray latch onto it, and
had him in a good practice, Abuja, good.
yeah, man.
Which I doubt anybody does, but Forest, cause Forest keep bringing in players, bro. Cause even
They're up to 17 now.
eh?
17 new player they're up to now.
The thing is, most of their squad in the championship last season were loan players.
Yeah, but still 17 is still a lot of players. My gosh.
Hopefully, them can get it together. Cause remember that season when Fulham went out and
But Fulham only brought in, I think about 7 when we were saying all that, you know. It's only about 7 Fulham had brought in.
yeah,
Forest is up to 17. Even though we're saying Fulham had gone and got so much, it was only about 7 players. Forest got 17 new players. Not all of them were purchases, some of them were free transfers, but 17, I think they're up to.
let me see. Out of the ones who Morgan Gibbs White from Wolves, Jesse Lingard from the club up in Manchester, Check Coyote,
Dean Anderson.
Nico Williams. Then bring in Omar Richards. Has he played from Bayern Munich?
I don't remember if I had seen him play.
From Bayern. Then bring in him. Dean Henderson. Yeah, you said Dean Henderson already. And was Wayne Hennessy there last season with them or?
No, they brought in Hennessy. The Nigerian forward Timo Awoni.
But yeah.
Emmanuel Dennis. It's a lot of players.
Yeah, because Dennis not upon
Dennis
this.
did it. Dennis. Oh yeah, Dennis.
Yeah. They got Dennis.
They're not for
Yeah.
listen, me. At the last I heard, I think they said it was the 70 new players they signed. That's what I
We
heard.
move on.
So them spend the whole 175 million promotion.
The only good thing about it still though, if they don't make it, I think a lot of these players still have resale value, and I don't think they'll be like get caught with the players but then can't move on. And so I do believe that there are good buys. 'Cause for example, the Dennis buy me think was a good buy. You know, I think Everton would have worked well with him because he wasn't bad at all for Watford last year. He was inconsistent, but I think he would have been a centre forward who could have helped Everton.
Could I help Man U?
Anybody could help Everton.
I try by Arnautovic. Could I help Man U?
Usually money, man. I'm becoming money for the life right now. All right, moving on. The London Derby, Fulham Brentford. This was a cracker. They actually picked this game to finish 3-3 still, you know. Disappointed Brentford never score back.
Fulham surprised me.
Really? So I guess you don't watch them yet for a season.
Of course I did. But me think Liverpool was just like a one-off, you know?
No, bro. I think they coach them, you know, when used to they Watford and then Everton.
You know,
Portuguese coach.
him forward after Martinez left Everton. What's his name again? Oh,
I get the name right now.
Well, Fulham,
Marco Silva.
Marco Silva.
yes, Silva.
Very good coach.
Well, the thing about
I'm not surprised.
well, the one question is, will Mitrovic score a goal? And if he does, I think they're fine because
Will
that was their.
that one from score goal.
Listen, man. Remember the last time they forward, he scored 5 goal are in score for whole season. The last time he came up.
Well, on the Blacks, Bojo, this is not Mitrovic's first time last season. Blacks have a Blacks have a point. Mitrovic normally bang in goals in the championship, and then when he fought the Premier League, this is I don't think his second time in the Premier League. He went to the Premier League
At 3 times now.
3, yeah.
And the first 2 times he never
He
scored.
promoted to them.
Twice.
You know?
His
So,
last season was a poor season, but in first season when him
He
forward,
never score either. That was the same problem.
no, bro, he's short.
when we 51,
No, I think he scored about 9 or something like that the first season he forwarded.
started
Bro, if you are playing for Fulham and you score 12,
But again, the problem is they didn't have anybody else to do it. So that's why I made the statement that will he score goal this time? He looks more ready for the Premier League this time than he looked the last time when you see him almost shell shot the last time when they were up. You know, so but this time if he score a goal, I think they'll be fine because the team that I saw play Liverpool, like you see, sometimes some team get up for some teams and stuff like that. But there's the effort that them put out there and the quality that can come with the effort. They don't need to do it every game. And if you do it every game, the coach should have no lesser expectation than the effort that them put out against Liverpool.
They have some decent players. They have
Exactly.
the right wing back youth, Mbabu. At one point, I didn't want Arsenal to sign him. I think he's from Switzerland, far from Bundesliga. You know, good baller. The Manu legend Pereira in the midfield. But them have this youth at the front of our Sporting, Paulina. Good baller as well. So them have a pretty and Bojo favorite Jamaican baller, Bobby Reed.
Yeah.
But to see.
And them have the best defender in our league too.
Who's that?
No, I forgot he move on. That's true because he's no longer there. No, sorry, I forgot him move on.
Michael Hector Blasagos.
Because I didn't get rid of him.
Yeah, man. No, but they have Duffy. They get Duffy from Brighton.
Yeah. Remember
But I said overall, I think that they have. Overall, I think the biggest concern that they will have is getting the ball to Mitrovic and him continue to score goal. If he does, it will be good. If not, he'll be in trouble.
I didn't realize they get the up. When did West move on here?
Yeah.
Yes, I think last week I saw it.
I never realized that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I think last week I saw it.
Okay. All right, enough that for the small games. Big team on Saturday. was kind of disappointed. I wanted more goals. Jesus never scored. My predicted
He did score. They took his goal.
golden boot winner for the season. But still,
Odegaard stole it from him.
man, what the man put on the right and go kick it, and what the guy Steve here and score. What the guy
Odegaard stole it.
you know watch the match, Butcher?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see how him get the ball and cut. That's how him end up getting assist.
Yeah.
He push it and go kick, and what the guy just said.
Yeah. But
I don't know where Odegaard came from. Like I was watching the game, and actually, I know me still think of when Jesus scored the goal. I still think it's because Odegaard just came in and just bam.
I agree with
Taking too
you.
much time.
I wish Liverpool for Elmore too, but then play with. Can't tell he's a Liverpool.
I agree. I agree with him still. But Black says same thing.
Yeah.
But are we them a for the Emirates Saturday now?
Yeah, we have got to take care of business.
Yeah, but the Bournemouth game, we didn't expect Arsenal to win. I actually said 4-1 because I think Arsenal have to give up whenever they play, especially with Ramsdale can't stay focused for 90 minutes. If the team are under pressure, it seems like he can't stay focused. You know, him get Gigi around there.
The Saliba effect in full swing. What are you talking about?
Okay, Arteta fan, like last season, but yeah, we leave that alone. But
Right,
yeah,
you know, Black, so that by that defender there from me right now.
no, not first year. As a matter of fact, they need to hurry up and renew a contract. Them worry
Yeah,
about-
that may say cause after this season.
I thought last year when you were sending him on loan, he had to renew.
No.
You have a point, you know.
I'm almost sure that's what I heard last year. So when you were sending him back on loan last year, he had to renew his contract.
No, he needs to renew. Him not renew him have a year left.
This fourth season, you know. So why would they send him on loan with only one season gonna be left and not renewed? You have a point, Blacks. I think that might have happened. We have to check. Because I think you normally know the numbers. I have to call Beaker. But yeah, I mean, no big surprises there if you ask me.
Well,
You what we were supposed to do. It's Bournemouth.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping on to beat them enough because Liverpool need to beat them this weekend. So I hope we can find a golden boot this weekend with them. But Bournemouth look very poor. Again, most people had predicted that they would be a lock for relegation, and I think how they have started off so far, I think they are gonna be a lock for relegation. I just don't see them making it out at the moment. They probably need to go spend some of that money, like what Forest doing. But again, everybody can make.
I don't see Jamal low. Ingrid?
Bournemouth in there?
Yeah, unless they move him on, I'm gonna know.
He was on the bench.
But
Yeah, what John?
he was on the bench.
The bench Saturday.
The last time I looked at Bournemouth team and I look on the starting 11 and I didn't see one player that I can say, oh, that's a Premier League player. Like I'm looking at them and
Yeah,
You know, bro.
West Ham, but him injured.
oh,
Right. Frederick was actually a decent fullback for West
again,
Ham.
I didn't see one player where I would say is a Premier League player.
Fredericks.
They could be, but I don't believe that they are good enough. They are way, way, way below what is required. So
The Scottish number 10, Ryan Christie, but
again, you're calling some name again.
yeah, man, Abala, Christie Abala. But they might depend on Billing, because I think Billing was like what, the second highest scorer.
No, they're actually missing their scorer.
No, Billing was second.
Yes, Solanke they need him to get back there fast because he's injured.
Can't say them have him.
Yeah, he was the second leading scorer in the championship last year.
Much difference though. They do Kiefer more actually normally play good too, but
Now, again, sometimes we throw around these words that play good a little bit too.
yeah, but
easy.
Solanke not good either.
Eh? No, I'm saying he was the second leading scorer in the championship last year. I'm not like we don't know 10 or 15 goals. I think he scored probably almost 30 goals last year.
If you ask me, only one player what the team will play Saturday would have been Forest team and a Jefferson Lerma. They're number 8
Again.
or 6. Him alone.
None of them is. You said they are not fit for purpose, so they're relegated.
Nottingham Forest team, is what I mean. But you're right, they pick them to get relegated. So that's why I'm not over the hill about a 3-0 victory over Bournemouth. To get 6.
And saying that they will just forward and go beat Liverpool at Anfield.
Bookies would make some money after that. Anyway, Bujo, anything to say about your team?
Yeah, I like how the team are play. People are saying Arsenal get easy schedule for started and all these things, but
which is right.
I'm glad for the results, but I like how the team are play. We need more pieces, but
I wouldn't mind 6 more easy games before.
What do you say, man? 10 more,
which is right.
Hey,
we beat
Greg, but Greg, what going on? No,
you get Man U and them beat you. Man U relegation.
No, yeah, but me just gonna mention something like that. The Palace team, what them say easy, should have beat Liverpool,
No, Palace should have beaten Arsenal too.
The first game,
brother, before we score, Hezegeta won.
That was just one chance.
Before we scored.
Yeah.
You don't know how the game would have turned out if they had scored first than us.
Yeah, but
Palace played us good. It wasn't, trust me, that scoreline was deceiving.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. That was a deceiving scoreline. We did not
okay. Other than that one chance for Eze and I think one more in the second half, what else did them create?
That's 2 chances. How much we create?
I don't remember how much we create.
Like I said, the scoreline was deceiving. They played better than how we beat them. But
I disagree. But we move on.
I'm happy with the victory. I was impressed with the second game. And even the Leicester game. Now they'll play Arsenal too much. But even the Leicester game, we gave away 2 easy goals. Like,
bro, the one goal, I'm not even going to talk about that. And then the second goal is Ramsdale. The second goal is Ramsdale.
Like I said, he can't stay focused for too long. But anyway, Sunday morning.
We move on. Yeah, we move
on. Leeds play some look aside for I don't want to go this way. Absolutely brilliant.
Wow. Leeds, well, say they're absolutely brilliant. They play hard. They run, press, do all of those things, and they took their chances. I think the bigger thing that I get from that game was that Chelsea was piss poor. They were poor. I think it was much more how poor Chelsea was. Because Leeds basically took their chances. And it's not like they created so much. They run, they hustle, they press Chelsea, and Chelsea just could not cope with it. And it's like they were in a fight and they lost the fight. It's not because it was better that they were in a fight and they lost the fight.
And they give Mendy their money.
Well, Mendy just had one of those moments. He had one of those moments. I don't know what he was doing. He had so much time on the ball. It was shocking. It's not like he got the ball under pressure. He had so much time to do a million different things. So that he made a mistake like that, and those mistakes have been creeping in Mendy's game a lot. He started off with a bang. He was like everybody was saying the best goalkeeper in the world. But since around that time, he has fallen off. He's just not that. Right now, Kepa should be saying, what the hell do I need to do to play in this team?
Well, remember from when money shelling down in the African nation,
Money and the same team. What are you talking about? If I'm money in the same team, I owe it to them. The money and with the African youth.
Some penalty, something, man. I can't remember what. But remember, an incident happened.
He won Afghan and World Cup qualifier for penalty.
Was really, yeah, mess up like that on the live.
No man.
Anyway, them midfield. What was Chelsea playing? Them regular 3-4-3. That them start with, or was it? Because it looked like him start Reece James as
Wing back.
Wing back.
wing back. He start.
No, Reece James, no. Reece James as a central defender.
So
He
he
played,
start.
he played this other, which other, but the crazy boy named in
Ruben.
Loftus Cheek.
Cheap as what?
last week was
That's why you say man crazy.
because he's not good. So I can call him.
Get about 2 red cards now again. Well, 3 yellow cards. You forget that again. But how do you start Loftus Cheek as a wing back, brother?
It made no sense for them though. Like
And then you had Gallagher, hold on back. So let me think. You have Gallagher and Georgina as your 2 centrals. Gallagher and Georgina. I mean, Gallagher is not
but
a tackler. Yes, he can.
Gallagher playing deeper too. Not just that he was central, he was playing the deepest one of all them.
So that got killing him there, so.
Yeah.
You need somebody who go tackle and make Gallagher play the 8 when he can pop up in the box and give you goals. That is what he's good at. You're asking Gallagher to sit and cover for Georgina, like seriously. And then you have Ruben after she playing right wing back. Like this was suicide from Tulchi, if you ask me. Like Conte was still in his brain.
Well,
That's good.
the problem also is that their big defender was shocking.
Yeah, the American hold him and twist him like a pretzel as Davis.
Shocking. And the man take 2 of the worst yellow card that you can think of for no reason at all. Because even when he get twisted and turned, there was no reason for him to foul the man because the guy basically just was running into 2 of his defenders. So all he had to do is just get back. I just in pride making him hold on for the man. And taking the red card made no sense at all. Like it literally made no sense.
I never said the first card, but the commentator said the first card was stupid.
Both of them, they were blown heads.
Hold him and twist him run off, gone if him. I know what Aaron's pulling back.
Remember this?
We don't care about that, man. When I move on, from that, what's wrong with you?
Remember, bro.
Yeah, there was a cup game that he saved one penalty from Man if it's true.
Yeah, but Liverpool still won that game.
And we still won the game. So that's why I say irrelevant. We win the game. He saved one from Man and we win the game.
But but them in a Carabao and FA Cup final, and both of them.
Both of them, we win. But he was shocking from before that, so that was the problem. Yeah, he was giving from further. Yeah, so Chelsea, Koulibaly, shocking. I don't understand what they do with the midfield. I don't see the point of playing Reece James as a centre back when he's the best wing back in the league. So play
the man them have Aspilicueta on bench and have Reece James a player.
It doesn't make any sense. Like some of it just seem nonsense.
I hope him continue for this.
And I think
that only man was send Chalaba on loan.
Chalaba on loan.
Not even play it. And you have Chalaba on the bench, then play it too. Let's say you play Aspi, you have Chalaba. You know, you want to spend 70 million for Fana, but want to get rid of Chalaba. Like, me glad them are mess up still, you know.
But the worst part is the $85 million non-scoring forward them have also.
Still a Kyle man forward. You say man forward, man.
That's where he played. That's when he played last year, and that's when he played first 2 years in the league. He has not played anywhere else.
2 another Pep.
But 3 years of him playing in the position, and he still can't score a goal. He has been playing. He played the last year at Leverkusen, and he played 2 years.
He scored a lot of goals when he played there last year.
At Leverkusen, I saw the ball. Him sound like a bug goal. Run and buck up in a somebody and just the ball ricochet off him and go a goal.
That's your line.
You must say, man.
What funny highlight them?
The devil is a
lie. Again, him score one good goal.
The devil is a lie. Anyways, he's a thing.
Again, and we also saw Timo Werner score goal in Germany. So
for Germany national squad, he's a 10. I just want to keep him to rest for as 19. He's not a number 9. He reminds me of Michael Ballack. They're not a number 9. Not because they're so big. They're a midfielder. They're a number 9.
I don't care what you say. The man has been playing number 9 for Chelsea and he can't score. And nobody now talk about him and the $85 million fee, which is waste of money.
That's how you go.
I agree, Black. Start out here. Because every day them talk about Pepe.
Anyway, I was impressed with Leeds. You know, I not going to dwell upon the negatives at Chelsea, more dwell upon the positives at Leeds side. The youth named Marco Roca, I said before the game that, you know, it's a very good pickup for them. Because I rate him from him the La Liga. He didn't go Bayern, he never really worked out. You know, didn't even know why he went to Bayern, because Bayern's side is so stuck. I don't know why he went to Bayern for. But him and Tyler Adams okay. Then bring in a right back named Christensen. Very solid defensively, you know. Because remember last season, them fullback, why I don't remember their right back name, but he was more attacking than defending. This you can actually defend pretty solid, and yeah, them have a pretty solid team. Even though Bamford is out, them get goals from all over the park, which is impressive. And that did kind of hurt them last season when Bamford was out. Like they get much goals. You know, the goals them they just sprinkling of goals. But right now, if they can keep up this high pressing, which they were playing this like this from the Elsa time, anyways. Just that I think they probably get more solid defensively right now. So if them can keep this up, I mean, they can challenge Manu for a top 10 spot.
Bojo, you know, so you got to talk about Pepe, and me just check the numbers between the last 2 years between him and Pepe. Him scored 12 goals and Pepe scored 11.
Bro, Pepe not play.
Exactly. And this guy play every game.
Blacks. Blacks, we don't play the case of Pepe. People that Pepe isn't really a flop. Coaches just, they are some coaches
No. The opposite, two of them are flop. That's the difference. Two of them, man. Not the Pepe right.
Pepe hasn't
Pepe
been.
don't get a chance, bro.
Pepe hasn't
Pepe
been.
don't get a fair chance.
Listen, Saka play way more than Pepe right now, and I guarantee you, Saka probably have about 3 goals more than Pepe over the past 2 seasons. And Saka has played way more than Pepe. But because he come from the academy and Arsenal golden boy, Arsenal fans are gonna, you know, they go cut him some slack. And yeah, but I guess with the price tag, yeah. But anyway, move on. That's how I'm list.
From now on, I'll be calling Kyver Chelsea Pepe. That's what I call him.
Oh, no, nobody will flop. Nobody will flop.
Hey, yo, it's a Chelsea thing. Lukaku, Timo Werner. What is Spanish one name again? Morata.
Oh, that's the name in bed. But them I look for him, you know. We see a rumor yesterday at Chelsea, I look for Morata as a possible.
Again?
Yeah, buy him again, but not a problem. It's a Chelsea thing.
You know, say Morata of the high, I think he's a player that has the highest transfer spend in a history. I think
from club to club.
Yeah, I think he is a player who has the highest one.
That doesn't play no one for money for him.
Oh, I mean, how much is 70 million MP for him?
Right?
He's up there. I mean, I'm sure he's top 5 in the history of transfer. Morata, that bug.
All right, next game. Brighton do what I was expecting. Beat West Ham.
Hey, I know the boss is never throwing this. A black super shot, throw shots.
I can't wait.
Whoa. Here's a Jim Brown, but
how good is Brighton? How good is Brighton?
if Brighton have a striker, Brighton can challenge for a Europa League spot. I go power and limb. I'm fat. I go power and limb because it's.
I've seen the elephant on the top of the limb. I see it.
Wondering how he got up there, huh?
He wondering.
Don't worry. You ain't coming.
Put your faith in a Trossard.
No.
He's not a striker, though.
They don't have one. That's the problem.
Yeah. Welbeck is their striker.
And you know, he'll give you a good game here or there. And like, he look like.
But he never score.
Bro, underrate more pay, bro. Jiggy baller.
Then there's something going on. They don't want him there no more.
But I'm not. Welbeck look really good against Manu. He look like a $100 million striker.
Short versus Manu.
I tell you, man, he was something else.
Yeah, man, like them. I think he was hurt when they let him go.
Yeah, but
Himself in that man, you.
really and truly, I would love to see them give that coach a striker, a proper striker to play with because his team
I would love
create.
to give him Arsenal.
Huh?
I'd love to see them give that coach Arsenal.
Hey, I'm not leading the league, you know, man. What's wrong with you? We all can't be satisfied?
It's better than that. I
Huh?
mean, after we spend that much money, that's FFP, the investigators now, like, seriously.
Because y'all did spend a lot of money.
Yeah, so he better be leading.
Okay. Well, I said,
You don't know
Brighton,
what the Chelsea spend.
I, I really like what Brighton is doing. I've always liked their team. I remember a couple years ago when Liverpool sell this little boy to Bournemouth and me say, one of these strikers, any one of these young strikers need to go to Brighton.
We attack.
Solanke or Reese.
No, man, the other one. Yeah, not Solanke.
Brewster.
Brewster.
Yeah, Reese Brewster.
Yeah, that's where he should have gone. I think because one thing, they have Mahada and they still don't have it this year. And more play and all them go do what they do. But
Aubameyang to Brighton. I must Brighton.
Aubameyang to Brighton would probably be, hey, Jim Brown, that's not a bad call. No?
I'll say that.
Liverpool get rid with murder, you know.
With what?
Themselves Solanke, Ibe, Brewster. And then get 60 odd million in them, bro.
Yes.
About
Yeah, no ball, you know.
80 million they get for them three. They were 60.
I think with add-ons, they're really close to 80.
Solanke was like 30, you know.
Yeah, let's say really.
Brewster.
And Brewster was like 25 or something like that.
And Bournemouth, they sell all of them.
Yeah.
No, Brewster was to Sheffield.
Okay, I'm going to say Bournemouth and I washing the money.
Bournemouth get covered of them.
Hey, that's why I'm saying the Arsenal did have to get one over upon them with the Ox deal.
Yeah, man.
No, that was money laundering. That no worry yourself. I know what it was.
Yeah, the two Merseyside clubs. That's what we did. Them and because we said Sally will be going Everton and get.
No, that was scamming. That one was scamming. That straight scamming. That right there, so.
You know what though? He is actually one of the first name on the team sheet for Lampard right now. Playing
This is why Lampard is in so much trouble. Because when Iwobi is the first name on your team sheet, you have a problem.
Playing central midfield, which I never seen was a central midfielder.
You're in problem.
It's my damn thing. But Brighton, like them just lose Bissouma out of nowhere. Cancedo just pop up. That's people I get mad. I bought Man U and Arsenal up on this one already.
Bro, that youth is a baller.
You like him better than Bissouma already?
Bro.
Well,
so they're doing some very good scouting.
And it's like 4 million they pay for him or something like that.
And how long would they have as a centre back? Because they lose both Duffy and what the next one name?
But no, they still have that. They still have
Eh? Dunk still there?
Yeah, man. Dunk.
Playing captain.
Oh, how many think they will lose Dunk? Okay.
No, Dunk.
But them are Veltman and
Are you guys hearing a feedback?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not feeling.
1 hour.
No, bro.
Not me this time.
Well, it's 1 hour.
Probably Woodrow.
Bro, my phone not in there, so.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about West Ham a little bit. Nothing about them.
No.
God damn. Is it that bad?
But why? All right, something wrong. I'm getting a feedback every time I talk. Anyway.
I hear your phone, man.
No, man. Wait. All right, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna discuss it.
Good. Still
Yeah. Whenever I hear the feedback, still someone I know. A black's internet, man. Add him back.
in No, no, yeah. Backstage. You still
Alright,
at here? You still at here?
EPL and the Black Sport.
Oh yeah, no clear.
I'm not.
Oh, Black Star.
Alright, no worry, the fans are not here. The Wi-Fi will shake, man.
Not my wife.
Anyway, Bojo. So them go out and spend this money on the Italian striker. Even though, I mean, I'm not overly impressed. Shane rate him. But yes, still them still not starting. Them a bring him on in the games, but and I'm not saying he's supposed to start over Antonio. But try find a way. I think one of their biggest issue though is I need it. Coach Bojo internet. Couldn't tell him, but when they want the host feel, but I think one of their biggest issue is Bowen hasn't been his usual self. The way he performed over the season last season. Because remember, a lot of times I him save them. Alright, I him win games to them a whole heap of times. Now he hasn't started off with that spark that he normally brings. And then I start like a 4-0 over Lanzini in the team. So he come like him have too much pieces right now. I don't know. And them defense haven't started out either because why mean Diop used to be to me Diop was the one leading that defense.
Well, them get rid.
Yeah, them get rid of him. So I think that's one of the reasons why them so shaky right now.
What about the 50 million? Not a mid.
Do what that?
The $150 million Declan Rice.
Hasn't he not play that bad, but I mean Declan Rice do what Declan Rice do. There's nothing that special about him, as a 6 or a 8. I don't see. To me, if you ask me, I would have buy Calvin Phillips over him. At least Calvin Phillips have a little bit more to his game. Don't get me wrong, he's a good passer of the ball and him can break out the plays, but nothing exceptional, if you ask me, from Declan Rice.
Oh, so yeah, are you sure? You don't want to buy him for Arsenal because I want to buy everybody in. So you sure don't want to buy him for Arsenal?
Nah.
Okay.
Don't worry for the one at Brighton, Carl say no. Anyway, Bojo, what you say that I was say about West Ham?
Nothing.
A freeze?
No, I'm not free.
I try to figure out if you're internet for true.
There's a lot of
Really, Jim Brown, the cat details there, bro. Come on, leave Zuma alone now, man. That's distasteful. Anyway, big game of the weekend. Oh, one of the big games. Or should we say this was the bigger game?
It was the best game.
Newcastle snatching a draw from the jaws of victory. Like, how did that happen?
Well, it happened because City have better players. And Newcastle did their best, but City didn't. But City had better players, and when the better players them combine, they will score goal, and that's what they did. Now that pass from Kevin De Bruyne to Silva was a thing of beauty. To score. Yeah, the reverse. It was a thing of beauty.
Remind me of me back in the days, fam.
Oh yeah.
Why you always gotta hate, bro?
But overall, it was an exciting game. It was Abuja Internet video. It was an exciting game though. Saint Maxim was a menace. I've never seen Kyle Walker look so vulnerable. Kyle Walker looked like Trent Alexander-Arnold in that game. Yeah, he looked like Trent. He looked like Trent, and he looked like the bad Trent because he wasn't good going forward. Because normally Trent look terrible playing defense, but good going forward. So at least yes, but Kyle Walker was just shambles, and not just Kyle Walker. The entire right side of City defense, Saint Maxim had a field day against them. It was.
You know what that mean now? Yeah, play against Newcastle. You said Maxim is fit. You have to think about going to back three now. Because playing with a regular back four, unless you have a exceptional right back.
Well, I can't. Well, again, and as the same discussion. I can't do you play a high line. If your team play a high line, are you play and give him space? Because that's the thing. If you give him a chance to get one-on-one with a right back, either because you are sitting back and then he's running at you, or you're up there, so you're in a foot race. He outrun Kyle Walker twice. You don't see people outrun Kyle Walker. Twice I saw him knock the ball around Kyle Walker and run left him. And I'm saying, really, what the hell is something there? Because normally Kyle Walker run and take the ball from people like, I said, give that to me. You know? It overall his performance on the day to me was just exceptional.
I heard him say something though. He mentioned the World Cup.
Saint Maxim?
Yeah, in the post game interview. And it seems like he might try hard to make the French team.
Well, he has a better chance now than before they had this ownership. You know how teams are. These national teams are. If you play for a bigger team or your profile get bigger, you're more likely to get into the team. You know?
I think he has a fair shot right now.
But look at it this way. France have a lot of players, so they're not shorter players.
Mm-mm.
But do they have somebody who is more exciting and more explosive right now than can pull off the bench? Like, exciting, explosive.
If he doesn't start.
I don't think he's going to start, but imagine trying to pull him off the bench.
No, I say if Dembele not start, are the only other player you could have seen come off the bench who might be as exciting or more exciting than him. But the Kingsley Comans, the Martials, like none of them, expect as much from them like you expect from him.
Wine can do just turn a game on its head,
Yeah. And he don't really need to be a starter. Just
exactly.
And if Newcastle is in the top half of the table come World Cup time,
we will be there.
A pivotal part of that, yeah. I mean, you gotta admire how they have done their business, even though they get the money.
Amazing.
You really gotta admire it, because that midfielder, especially, which I still don't know, like, what were the people at Arsenal thinking?
Jimenez.
I mean, we've been linked with him for like a year before. We've been linked with Jimenez, and for them end up not even putting a bid. Still not get it, but trust me, like he's the best Bruno in the league right now. We can admit to that.
By far.
Yeah, no shots taken here. Eddie Howe is doing a damn good job, because Joe Willock look like what Arsenal fans who knew him from the academy had expected. He was playing good at the start of the game. The game itself.
Mayor Black says Saint Maxim. Willock actually run past Kyle Walker like he was nobody to.
Yeah, I did see him break a break from the midfield one switch through and do the same thing. Almiron, if he can just get that final pass, he would also Greg, you're right. Their team seem to be building the right way. Like somebody go say, all right, let's dig one foundation, let's lay some block and some steel and build it up this way, They don't think about the roof and them thing there right, and the window them and the doors. They might build on foundation there. I think say are the right way they might do it, and if they continue and eventually they're gonna get to that point, because money won't be a problem.
The man have Joel looking like an actual Brazilian.
Judge.
I mean,
no, but
that
was from the back in the last season.
It's from last season.
Yeah, we just say, the way him work for the team, like, you know them go on pieces still. Because Callum Wilson go score in about 7 games running, and then miss about 10. So they're going to need a striker.
So, eventually they'll upgrade at the striker position. Eventually, on the right side of the wing where Almiron played, they will get an upgrade. I think Almiron is going to be a decent squad player for them.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Joe Willock is playing good, but you know, so they're probably gonna go for a better 8 eventually. And they do need a left back because never play Dan Burn there right now.
Is
He's
it
just not.
target? Injured enough.
Yeah, well, that's true. I forgot him. I forgot that he's injured. But you know, so those are the things that I think they need to kind of get sorted out, and the team is solid. And the coach is doing a good job. You have to give him a lot of props. A lot of people don't rate him, including me, but he's doing a good job.
Well, that's Shane's favorite coach. Can't do that much. Shane,
I know.
you know. But them still have Shelby. But well,
Who
them
was
have
playing well last year?
eh?
Who was playing well last year? You know, they actually kept Gummers or the team for a couple of games last year because when they signed him, Shelby actually started to lose. I wonder.
Yeah.
Style G, Shelby.
Step up in gear when Demars
Yeah, he stepped up his game, and so from that perspective, you know. But so I said, solid team.
this window so far.
Huh?
Who did they bring in this window? Apart from that defender,
Batman or something like that.
Bassman or Batman or
Batman, yeah.
was how they brought you? Like they've been linked to players like every week.
Nick Pope, which was a bloody good buy. That's what they brought in.
I was the goalkeeper. Yeah.
That's who they brought in, who was a very good buy. So Nick Pope was one of those players who they brought in. I'm gonna say overall, let's look at what they're doing. All the players so far, like you know, the thing is, nobody bat 100, but so far you can't say why somebody who then bring in hasn't fit a need and somehow hasn't been a good buy. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we can remember when Chelsea get their money, then just go out and splash the cash. Manimal bring in. I mean, how much people remember Mattia Kezman?
Only you.
Chelsea went out and spent all the money for this striker named Mattia Kezman. You know, them bring in Robin, even though Robin was a ball, I never work out. Them bring in Shevchenko. Them just went out and spent a whole heap of money. City the same way. Then go bring in Mangala. Like,
Don't remember that.
crazy spending both City and Chelsea did when they get the money.
I know, remember when we got signed Wilfred Bolly?
Youth career, cause money at the ball.
Well, he make a money.
Of course, I'm glad to have him.
Today in his career, he make a money, and I think he moved on to China after City.
I'm happy for him, but it was just
He would have made the money as Swansea.
money was wasted.
How are the Bojo man? How would have made the money there as Swansea?
The Swansea get the money in the
As
front.
for City do a blacks, me say it before the season started. I think the City squad is weaker than last season. Or the last
Really?
season. Yes.
I don't think so.
They got in a better goal scorer in Haaland, yes.
I don't think so.
But the roles that Jesus, Sterling, and Zinchenko played in that squad have not been replaced.
Listen, my man, I don't think they are worse. One, the fact that they replaced. Not replaced. The fact that
One minute. They still have a great starting squad. Coming off the bench, I don't think they have that impact like they had last season.
maybe right, but who they pull off the bench last game? They only made one change last game. Is one change they're making? They choose.
Because only Maris and Grealish up on the bench.
No, they choose to make only one. They have the Brazilian on them side they could have put on. They didn't put him on.
You mean the Argentine?
The Argentine, I mean.
Alvarez. But he's not proving it. He's coming from Argentine league, a young kid. He's not proving it. Jesus and Sterling were proven.
And Grealish is out injured, right?
Not even now I mean, but even when him fit, like him still now pull up on trees.
They
like to hear that, but he ain't doing much.
did have Maris on the bench and didn't use him either.
Which I don't know why Pep was one of them lobbying for the 5 change when he doesn't.
Not him alone. Him and Clap.
and they no use it.
And I don't want them.
But we can't stand with clap. We don't have a team, that should probably be the cue to move on to Monday's game.
Do we have to?
The Sunday Monday. After that rice and peas from Newcastle.
Yeah. That's like a glass.
Sunday Monday with Jim Brown there. Right, boy, I like. Look how much comments running. 1, 2, 3,
Black,
5, 6, 7,
black,
8.
black you say now. So let's hear it.
I haven't seen him this active in over a month.
Jim Brown's vagina live and Jim Brown has nothing.
Alright, blacks.
Oh no.
We're gonna make a spit out the sorrows.
Mama, you can tell me. Yeah, well, on me already talk. I don't even talk about it. You know,
Yeah,
was
but I'm pretty cool. You know, say panel. Let me just say my piece quickly. I pick Liverpool to win. As I thought, you still had the better team. But Sunday evening with the ball field and I think me and somebody said to broke up and Liverpool fans say. No, actually for a Saturday night we said to Mogi, be careful. Because if Ten Hag start the kids them, I will know how we go and man with a struggle and the kids them start and they're hungry. Start that PSC front line. It can cause problems. And I think that was the bigger issue. The start of the game, when they have Elanga, Rashford, and Sancho, was continue running at you. And that makeshift midfield that you had wasn't doing anything to help protect that back four. It was curtains. It was curtains for you from early out in the game. And Salah, boy, me impressed with that left back. I was saying they didn't really need another left back, but Luke Shaw wouldn't have done such a good job. Him step up in game. Dallas step up in game. Like Man U team, like they had a lot more. Seems like they had a lot more to play for. Come to think of it, because everybody seemed more motivated. McTominay seemed like I said, boy, he want to tell them say it's a mistake for them signing Casemiro. He can't do the job. Like. Apart from, and no, we can't say apart from, because De Gea had a wonderful save with his foot as usual. So Manu was just more up for this game. Yes, on a team hit with a lot of injuries and very weak in midfield. Me and Blackati could have played against that Liverpool midfield and dominate them. But apart from that, let me say I just think Manu was just that more motivated. Even their fans came out. You see how much of their fans are when they put group before the game start? And I said, no, sir. Come like I said, something I give away. Man, you fans them out so much. So, yeah, man, they were more up for the game than you.
Well, and you're right. And I think that's where it started and that's where it ended. We all knew Manchester United players had to have a reaction. Somehow, I think Liverpool players approached it as if they were good. They were doing good. That they have been having. Maybe they had won 2 games already, and they were ahead of Man U, and they were playing great. But they weren't. They also needed to have a reaction. They didn't approach the game as if they needed to. Again, every time you go Man U, when Man U down, they're gonna come out blazing, and you needed to weather the storm. We couldn't weather the storm. In 10 minutes, we concede, and we could have conceded him earlier. That if Elanga had taken a chance that he got earlier. So overall, but the issue right now, and me know so we can blame a whole lot of people. Trent can't get him for blame. It's a team-wide problem that Liverpool having right now. Every single player on the team is not playing up to par, and it's hard to get that. That's actually a very hard thing to happen. You cannot at the moment point on one Liverpool player and say that player is playing to his potential. Not one. And that's hard to do when you have a team of some world-class players.
Not even Alisson.
Alisson what? Alisson has been way below par this year also. Way below par. Every single one of them. And you wonder about it. So you start to wonder now. You start to look for reasons and say, what's the reason? Is it that they're tired? Is it that the team doesn't need to refresh? Is it that they're just not motivated? Is it that they start to tune out clock? Is it, you start to look for these reasons. What could be the reason why an entire team? The other thing I've always said, I was saying it from about the last 4 to 5 years. We should never play Genie, Milner and Henderson together. Genie gone. You should never play Henderson and Milner together in a midfield. It's the most ridiculous thing. I honestly cannot remember a game that since both of them have been there that they play together and they win the game. It happened, but I just can't remember it. Because whenever the man them play, it is terrible. Individually, one of them, not great, but them not all that terrible. But when you put them together, it's always a problem. It's almost the same thing like with Joe Gomez and Van Dijk. The last time two of them play together, they got 7-2 from Aston Villa. They played again yesterday, them lose to Man U. To me, the 2-1 from Man U is just as bad as the 7-2 from Aston Villa. It's just as bad. You don't know. I can't understand how Klopp do that. Again, Fabinho wasn't injured. Klopp decided that he's gonna drop.
I just started.
Say it does tactical or whatever foolish words he wanna use. You know? I don't understand. If you're gonna drop somebody, all of our midfielders have been terrible. Henderson have been terrible. Fabinho has been terrible. Why would they then take out Fabinho, move back Henderson, who was already playing bad in his position, put him into a next position to go play bad? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't understand it. The lineup was terrible from the midfield. Trent was shocking defensively.
As usual.
And as if he wants to, as usual, but then he was also shocking offensively, which is a problem. Normally, if he's shocking defensively, he's giving us something at the other end of the pitch. If he's not giving it at the end of the pitch, he's useless on the field. But he generally gives you something else up there, and he didn't give you anything at all. Robert also gets away a lot of time. He doesn't get a lot of blame because, again, teams have absence. You look on it. Robert's over there, Trent over there. Where should I attack? They put all the attack over on the right side of our defense. That's fine. Roberts was shocking too. He was terrible. Like, Van Dijk, see Jim Brown said VVD is back. I don't know where he's back. He probably back home in Netherlands. That's the only place he's back. Because you see a man cut your midfielder, have him on the ground, the ball for Jesus. And you stand up there, the feet they look like this. Like, why? Like, I don't understand.
But figure skating, man.
Like, why? Like, you know, a lot of people talk about, I know Damon always have a conversation and say, oh, he don't defend and he don't do whatever like that and he don't tackle, which is true. And I don't have a problem the fact that he doesn't jump in a defense and slide tackle and get dirty and do all. It's fine. But there's a time and a place for everything. The time and the place yesterday was for him to throw himself out there, and he just did not do it. It just didn't make any sense. But again, that game is gone. That may be the title for Man U. I think they can probably get a trophy for that. They did get a trophy when they beat us in preseason, so they can get another trophy for this one also. That's the one thing they're winning for the year anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
Well, the three amigos from Real Madrid reunited.
Well,
and that will take them to the top. So. Actually, me here, a Man U fan said they'll be challenging for top 4 now. Was it Ricky that said that earlier? I don't know. Ricky said a lot of things with injury, but yeah. And still in a left back pocket.
Well, I guess you should say Salah is in the left back pocket because that young boy, Malachi, he was very good against Salah. Part of the problem is that.
So the whole team motivated. Lisandro Martinez looked like prime Maldini around there.
You see? you wonder who it was?
I said, wow. Mr. Kush even put out post today and said the butcher. I said, okay.
Yeah, man. No, he was good. He was good. He was aggressive. He started off the game and set the tone by one crunching tackle against Salah earlier in the game. You know, it overall, again, Man U was up for it. Liverpool somehow approach a game as if, oh, we got this. That's the kind of approach. Klopp choosing to put Milner inside there and leave Fabinho on the bench. Again, he also seemed to have his attitude seemed to have been wrong too, as if we got this. He took him so long to put on Carvalho because we needed something. We needed anything at all.
And that little boy can play.
Listen, man, we needed any and every help we could have gotten, and he's taking so long to make a change again. Why you were crying for 5 changes and then don't want to use them? It makes no sense.
That's a rough by, you know.
Yeah, you can see it.
Jim
Yeah.
Ross is close to the top 4 now.
Good at you.
Well, one winner, man, you jump from 19 to 14.
My gosh,
Yeah. That's a leap.
it's amazing. But again, I saw one video of them, they pray and about a whole man you support a prayer. After that prayer, God have to answer that prayer. He had to. I don't think he had a choice. He had to answer the prayer.
And then Miss One brother take out about 5 back line, see 2 Remy, Moe. Yeah. That's it. I take out yesterday and start one party down here. Light the grill, everything.
Nah, I'm telling you, they're gonna get a special medal for that win.
That's a championship. This man they win.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. They're still gonna finish 5th or 6th, but that's it. They'll get a trophy for that one.
That's all.
After 11.
Yeah.
Oh, wait past my bedtime.
So we're
But overall, good week of football, not good for Liverpool. I'm happy that Manu and them crumbling stadium and them disgruntled supporters had something to cheer about. You know, it was
Oh, you
becoming.
lose the game.
hear a little rumor say them have planned to mash up the game again, you know.
I wanted, you know, actually, I wanted to do it because I wasn't very confident. You know, see, David take out all our Liverpool players them out in fantasy teams. You know, so he wasn't confident either. They probably shop. That was the best chance we had for 3 points. Them supporter and Bruno tried to give us a game twice. You know? Bruno tried to score once, and I think Martinez tried to score once too.
No, Bruno Martinez block it.
But Martinez tried to score one too.
Try one and dig here, palm it.
Yes, I tell you, both of them tried. That was our actually 2 best attempt at their goal.
Especially Bruno one.
Yeah, it was excellent.
But speaking of Bruno, I said them come up when motivated. The chance of Elanga getting Bruno actually dive in, you know, and pass the ball while they're on the ground to Elanga.
Yeah.
So when you see even Bruno come out and play like that, you know, say yes, man, you up for this one.
Like, the only thing is, I don't think somebody gonna play that naive against Manu with that lineup. So, what is the coach gonna do? He's gonna try to go back to his philosophy, or he's gonna try to play the only game of them play. I don't know.
Would you highlight coach last post? Highlight Jim Brown last comment. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. Our Buja do so like he must escape.
It's a Buja freeze.
No, I'm gonna freeze, bro.
Yeah, really?
I must try to like, but he must escape from him.
No, man.
I like the bloody thing from.
Buja is not good.
Never mind.
No.
Bro, you know what I'm going.
Anyway, them a lose weekend though. Them a go Southampton Brighton early Saturday. Southampton go take.
Southampton probably get 9 from them, honestly.
Think so.
Yeah.
By the way, you think Ronaldo stay now? I still think he's still out.
Me and Bruno saying one Ronaldo believes so he can give back him penalties.
Here, Bruno said.
That's Congo we
Bruno says he know that he'd be happy for him if he leaves. So he want back himself.
Which I agree with. Him so Rashford play better with my Marshall on the field. Like
Bruno just want him penalty, that's it.
I don't understand they have with each other or what about you. I can agree with that. And even though Rashford goal was a 2 offside, I'm happy for him. I'm a baller, the only ball over Manu me actually rate. Not like the rest of them over there, you know.
Nobody bring up that offside thing, sir.
And the fact that Manu fans them did a cuss him so much, that even better like when he score because some of them when I say he should have get dropped long time. Or even kick him out of the club, you know.
Which is
But I tell you, so there was something going on up here, like something was wrong with the kid. You know? Him not losing talent, he's still out there work hard. He come like when Torres when he get signed to Chelsea for the world of money and he just can't score, he do everything. Torres are like defend. Until he go and Champions League final and go score for Barca. But yeah, I'm glad to say him score. Yeah, Bush. CR7 not going anywhere, we'll see. Wait till Chelsea show him the money.
No want to stay because I'm up from on them side. I tell them that already.
Oh,
Well, the only thing I had a problem with was that they decided to drop the captain, and we had a much better game. I was upset.
every opposing fan hated that. You know, like
I was upset.
like that. I was disrespectful. The captain of England, well, I'm not England captain, vice captain, but like, how do you drop it?
I was upset. I wasn't happy with it.
And the man captain over the summer, and then you can't drop him third game. Like, what is Ten Hag doing? You
Yeah.
know, say England people will get rid of him. Better know how I'm doing. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
Anyway, Bojo,
Yeah.
that's enough now.
Anyway, that's the show, people. Thanks for tuning in. Jim Brown, pick up yourself in the comment section. Active tonight.
Yo, I just be a team, bro.
Yeah,
What
but
is-
like I said, that's the show. We are doing next show before the week done. Preview.
Not I.
Yes, sir.
We are doing next show before the week done.
Yes, Blacks.
Mr. Not I.
What you have?
Don't worry yourself.
You know, have nothing I don't know.
Anyway,
Just let me know, man. Just let me know when.
All right.
we can try Thursday.
We need to run down some other league, them. You know, kind of Premier League, I want to play.
I thought
One 44-second goal, well, Lewandowski score. We talk about that one next time.
What?
The 44-second goal, well, Lewandowski score. But anyway, we'll try Thursday. But that's the show. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Free Sports TV. Sports Swiss, big up yourself. Blacks, big up yourself. Until next time. Out.